Hello, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising. This is the Sun Woman. Welcome to my new podcast. If you are watching me on YouTube, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are a new viewer, welcome to my community. It's good to have you here. If you are a previous subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. Welcome back. If you like this video, please like it, share it, and subscribe to the channel. So this is my Integrative Tarology scope for August 2020 for the sign of Pisces. This could apply to Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Please also check your rising sign or your sun sign if it's other than Pisces. And this is where I integrate the tarot, astrology, numerology to give you a full experience. And I hope the messages resonate for you. If they don't this month, then perhaps next month, or as I said, please check out your other signs. So, Pisces, for August 2020, as I was shuffling the cards, I have a tarot card reading here already laid out for you, and I'm also going to channel the astrology. But as I was shuffling the cards, I kept saying over and over again, pure Pisces, pure Pisces, pure Pisces, to focus me in on messages for you for this month. And, I hadn't had anything like that with the other 7 signs that I've done before you. So I laid out the cards, and a lot of emotion in these cards for August. You are definitely going to be in your element. We have 1, 2, 3 cups cards, 2 materials or pentacles cards, 1 inspiration, which is wands, and 1 sword. So the dominant suit here is definitely cups, which in this deck is emotions. But here's the thing. I'm also using an oracle deck called the Sacred Destiny Oracle. And when I went to pick up the deck, okay, so I had used the deck before, and then I always shuffle the deck afterwards for a previous sign, and then I'll lay it until I go to do the next reading. When I picked up the deck, the card at the bottom of the deck was purity. Okay, so I'm accepting this card for you because, synchronicity is synchronicity. And it's just fascinating to me that, a day later after I shuffled that deck and laid it down, didn't look at the bottom of the deck. And then I'm doing your reading today, and the first message that comes to me is pure Pisces, purity. So what does that mean for me for August 2020? Well, with you in your water element this month, I really feel like what is pure Pisces? When I ask myself what pure Pisces is, what do I get? What keywords? I get creativity, sensitivity, empathy, charity, emotions, of course, and I get intuition, psychic powers, right? So I really feel that whatever experience you have had coming into this month of August, it has really honed your personality, your energy, to the very core, the very seed of Pisces energy. So I would definitely recommend that, if you have access to materials on astrology, or you want to look up Pisces, the pure incarnation of Pisces, that you do that and you really focus on the key elements of your sign this month and see how you can best embody those, or see how you have been brought into focus with those main, the main mission of Pisces. I mean, astrologers know that Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac, and we understand that you have perhaps incarnated in all of the previous 11 signs. So that's what makes Pisces so sensitive to what's going on around them, to other people, empathetic, because you have experienced all of the lives of the previous 11 signs. So all of those 11 signs are in you in some way. Their experiences, their missions, their reason for being incarnated on this planet. You embody all of them. And so you are able to very much relate to all the other signs on some level. Okay? And that's truly a gift. A lot of people, complain about being the last sign of the zodiac, but that is a blessing. That's a true blessing. And perhaps even in this lifetime, you will be able to burn off any karma that you've had from previous lifetimes and maybe ascend the next time around. Maybe you won't have to go through another incarnation if you're able to truly lift your consciousness and focus on spiritual ascension. You may go into the heavenly realms and be a watcher, be a spiritual guide for those of us who are still here on earth. So definitely focus on your spiritual mission as a Pisces, pure Pisces. Okay, so channeling the astrology, we have a very interesting and we have Saturn, Jupiter, and Pluto in Capricorn square to Mars in Aries for the month of August, and this is going to be carrying over at least for the next 2 months. We're all going to be feeling that it's going to be affecting us all in some way, and it's not the easiest aspect, right? We've got that stellium of planets, which are some pretty hardcore planets, and definitely responsible for a lot of what's going on in the world right now. And a lot of what may be happening, in the next few months. Those planets squared Mars is going to definitely create some tension, some conflict, even potential for some aggression in our worlds. Now, the outcome, though, if we can get through it, maintain our balance, maintain our focus, and not feed into perhaps power struggles or, not be controlled by the limitations that we may be feeling on an external level, kind of refocus that energy into ourselves internally, what we can do within the boundaries that we're living in right now, then you will be able to see some significant progress, a significant blessing by the time this aspect is over, say November, December, okay? How does this affect you, Pisces? Well, you have Saturn, Jupiter, and Pluto in your 11th house, and you have squaring Mars in your 2nd house. A lot of my Pisces, the 11th house is the house of group associations, friends. It's the house of hopes, dreams, wishes. It is the house where we connect with the people around us, where we are influenced by other people in our life. And sometimes, strong aspects in the 11th house, in your natal 11th house, can really bring you a lot of favor through other people, other organizations, other groups, specifically friends who have some influence in elevating your status in life, okay? So with Saturn, Jupiter, Pluto, there definitely a lot of major changes going on where your association is with other people, other groups. And you may find that you are restricted by their actions, that there may be some power struggles related to other people that you're in group associations. Some of you may be removing yourself from group associations because of, power struggle dynamics that are going on because of conflict. But if you do, know that this is something that you needed to be released from, okay? These are perhaps associations that were not necessarily in your best interest, okay, and that are now being brought out because of this Mars aspect in your 2nd house, which is your money, your sense of self-worth, your values, your income, okay? So some of you may see that over the next few months, there is some change, reduction, or conflict when it comes to your finances, your income, your pay, and also not specifically to the material world, but again, the second house just talks about value. What do you value? What are your values? Do you value money, or do you value something higher? It also is the house of self-worth. So is your self-worth wrapped around how much money you make? Well, if that's the case, then you may have kind of a rude awakening over the next few months, because, as I said, external forces are going to have a lot of influence over what you have coming in, and you may need to find a higher level of worth than your everyday paycheck. Okay, you may need to find a higher cause that's going to affect your self-worth, and maybe associate your self-worth as something other than what house you have, what car you drive, how much money you have in the bank, and what your paycheck says. Okay, and this, as I said, this could be a very powerful transformation for you. And many of you may decide to realign yourself with people in your immediate environment, associations, groups. Some of you may get very heavily involved with activism, may find a group, organization, or a cause. The 11th house is causes as well, humanitarian causes, and you may start to kind of shift your focus of your values and your self-worth from finances to what can I do for other people? How can I contribute to this group? How can I contribute to this cause? How can I use my resources? Some of you may be giving over significant money or resources to whether that's material or whether it's your own personal time, energy, focus, to groups or associations that are trying to do something good in the world, trying to affect this world and improve it, make it a better place for all of us. Okay, so that's a powerful aspect that may start from crisis, but when it's over, something really truly beautiful could come out of it. All right. You also have an interesting aspect. You have Venus in Cancer in the 5th house, where Venus is the planet of love. So some of you may be having a really good romantic experience, someone new coming into your life. This could be a very maternal person, a very loving and nurturing person. And with this person coming, or this person coming to your life, or this planet even in the 5th house, this nurturing type of energy could really elevate your life, right? You could be having a lot of fun. The 5th house is fun, hobbies, activities, romance. The 5th house also has to do with your children. So some of you could be really have a great time with your kids. Maybe you're out, maybe you're traveling, as much as you possibly can under the circumstances, but some kind of positive emotional experience in that particular area of your life. And again, with all the cups in the reading, which I'm going to get to right now, this could be, a really good time despite all of the stress that may be going on in the world or with your financial situation right now. One other aspect, the new moon is in Leo with planet Mercury in your 6th house, and that's going to be on the 18th. So there could be some new developments in your work situation. Some of you may come into the public eye or receive some kind of public acclaim during this time. New moon is always a great time to plant a seed, and with this happening in your 6th house of work, even your 6th house is your health. This could be a really significant time for you if you want to improve your health or start some new work project. If you're looking for a weight loss situation, this is a good time because any new regimen that you put in will, it's like a seed that you plant, and as the moon waxes, you have like that, the force is behind you, right? The lunar energy is with you, moving you forward. So let's go ahead and get to the reading here, and then I'll, continue on with the astrology as it applies here. So you have the 5 of emotions, or the 5 of cups, as the influence coming into the month of August. You have the 4 of cups reversed for emotions, of emotions reversed in the energy covering you right now. You have the Seven of Materials, which is the Seven of Pentacles, coming up in the near future. Your advice card is the Eight of Inspiration, which is also the Eight of Wands. In the area which covers other people's influences in your life, you have the Six of Pentacles, or Six of Materials here. You have as your obstacle card the Three of Voices, which is the Three of Swords. And in the outcome, you have the Ten of Emotions, which is the Ten of Cups. And that's a beautiful, beautiful card to have as the outcome of a reading. And this is the energy, possible energy by the end of August that you may be experiencing. The card at the base of the deck, which is also kind of the anchor here, or like an overview, is the Ace of Voices reverse. That's the Ace of Swords reverse. And then, as I said earlier, the oracle card from the Sacred Destiny Oracle is Purity. Really beautiful card. It's actually a painting of a white wolf. The wolf has one gray eye, one blue eye, and he's kind of dominating the landscape here. Below him are fir trees, but this wolf is, it just seems to me like a spirit animal for you for this month. So I would definitely also kind of Google wolf as spirit animal or wolf as totem, and see what kind of messages you get from the wolf for August 2020. Okay, those could be significant and helpful for you. So let's go through the cards. The Five of Emotions, Five of Cups, coming out of the previous months into August. Well, the Five of Cups is usually a card that talks about pain, some heartache, having an emotional situation that has affected you. The Five of Cups it can be a breakup card. It can be a card where emotions have been spilled. There have been tears. There's been maybe some separation, estrangement from someone. It could be a relationship on the rocks. It could be a rocky situation, with a partner. Something has happened, this doesn't necessarily have to be with partnerships. It could be family. It could be any kind of situation that has perhaps wounded you or hurt you emotionally. And there are, maybe things have been said that were hurtful. And with the Five of Cups on the traditional Smith Rider-Waite deck, you have someone who, the three cups have spilled, and they're focusing on those three cups, but there are two cups behind the figure that are still upright, and they're still full of water or wine or whatever's in them, or emotions. So there is the potential to get over whatever this pain or heartache is. But I feel that the main issue here, especially with the imagery on this card, is that something's going on with your heart. Okay, there may be meaning it's like your heart is ice, or your heart has been hardened in some way. Some of you may be guarding your heart. The figure on this card, she has her arm crossed across her chest. She's in a black cloak. And so you may be covering your heart, guarding it, protecting your heart. You feel that you need to do this. There is, so definitely the energy of heartbreak here. And also there's a lot of ice on this card. So, there's a song, I've got an ice box where my heart used to be. That energy is what you may be coming into August with. I feel that there is going to be some kind of change here that pulls you out of that energy, if you allow it to, right? Because we do have the Ten of Cups at the end of the reading, and so that's a pretty big jump from the Five of Cups at the beginning to the Ten of Cups at the end. What's going to bring you to that energy? Well, let's find out. And we know the Ten of Cups is the full culmination, fulfillment of love, right? Of harmony, of peace, of emotional connection. It's the marriage card. It's the happy family card. It's true total fulfillment. What's going to bring you to that point? Well, the first key here we have is that the Ace of Swords is reversed at the base of the deck, and a lot of times the Ace of Swords talks about Well, the Ace of Swords right side up is about truth. It's about victory. It is about cutting through lies, cutting through illusions, and getting to the straight heart of the matter, right? And through doing that, through cutting away anything that is not your truth, that is not real, you are able to succeed and you're victorious. With the Ace of Swords reversed, what is the truth that you're not living? Or what is where are you perhaps living in an illusion or not able to express your truth, right? Swords have to do with expression, with communication, with, verbal communication. And with the Ace of Swords reversed, in some way you feel powerless. Either someone has taken your ability to speak your truth, or you have fear of speaking that truth. And many of you, again, have experienced some reduction in your ability to affect your life, affect what's going on around you. And with that, you feel defeated on some level. Okay. Well, the Four of Cups reverse, covering you, talks about inspiration. And there is some new energy, some rebirth of energy where it was perhaps dormant, or some rebirth of inspiration. Some of you may be looking again at an emotional situation. It could be a relationship. It could be a creative project. I feel that, whereas in the last few months, you may have maybe put something to the side, months or years, it could be, depending on your situation. You may have, been so caught up with the daily grind, the daily life around you, your obligations, your responsibilities, that something that has inspired you, you have put to the wayside. You didn't want to look at it. Usually on the traditional tarot deck, you have someone sitting under a tree looking at three cups on the ground, as if they're bored, complacent, disillusioned, and God is there in the sky with a cup, your dream come true, your wish come true, trying to hand it to you, but you don't see it because you're too focused on what's going on here on the ground. You're not looking to the sky, right? You're not looking to dreams or possibilities. Well, the Four of Cups is reversed, so it says that you maybe have the opportunity to take another look at something that you really want, or that you really wanted, or you really wanted to do, or you really wanted to have. And there may be a new energy towards returning to something that was put to the side or that was neglected, okay? The energy in the near future, you have the Seven of Materials, which is the Seven of Pentacles. So, just relating that energy from the Four of Cups, some of you may decide in August that you want to now start applying yourself to some growth here where that dream was. You might want to start rebuilding. You might decide to take a look at the energies, the love, the passion, the blood, sweat, and tears that you put into something, and restart it. Okay, refocus. The Seven of Pentacles is a growth card, so it talks about whatever energy you put into something is what you're going to get back. Right? If you don't put any effort into something, you're not going to yield anything. What you do put in, you will yield, and you might yield it 10 times over, okay? If what the Ten of Cups or emotions is saying here, maybe a little bit of effort, a little bit of focus can lead you to dream fulfillment, wish fulfillment here, all right? And again, this could relate to an emotional situation, a family situation, a relationship. It could with Pentacles, talk about a project or some kind of income generating thing that maybe you stop doing and that you will resume in mid-August. The Eight of Wands or Inspiration is your advice card here. This is a fantastic card because the Eight of Wands is about progress and about if you take one step, kind of the winds of change. The universe is going to push you forward faster than you even imagine. So don't be afraid to take a step in the direction of where you want to be, where you want to go, who you want to go to, because the Eight of Wands talks about fast progress, okay? Usually there are 8 wands or arrows flying through the air, and they're moving very quickly. So some of you may be traveling for the reason of resuming something, getting back involved in something, or traveling to someone in order to reconnect, okay? So I think for you, there is a positive energy around travel this month. For a lot of the signs, it's not necessarily the best thing to do in August, but I think for you, there may be some significant benefit in traveling, if not, long distance, at least locally. And then, let me see what else we have with the Eight of Wands. Some of you traveling somewhere where it's really hot, warm, possibly tropical, very sunny, arid environment. Okay. And yeah, okay, let's move on. So the area that's ruled by other people in your life, how they influence you, you have another great card, the Six of Pentacles or the Six of Materials. Six of Materials is a card that talks about generosity. So the energy I'm getting here is that any effort that you make will possibly be matched by someone else's efforts, okay? Or any investment that you put into something, you could see that investment matched. Now that could be, again, you have Seven of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles here. Some of you may be receiving some funds or financial support from a person or a institution, organization, okay? Some kind of personal stimulus, right? If you don't mind me saying that, but there could be someone willing to invest in you or to loan you some money or to provide you with some seed money for your project. Or some of you, if you're looking for support from someone else, say child support or even, spousal support, alimony, things like that, that is going to be forthcoming in August. I definitely see you being supported, and if it's not financial, it could just be knowing that you have someone and someone making it very clear that they support you in your efforts, right? If you need advice, if you need counsel, there is someone available to, kind of help pull you up from where you have been and support you in some way. So, definitely with that Ace of Swords reversed, I feel that you have many, many opportunities to turn that around, and any powerlessness that you've been feeling, you really have to examine, when a door closes, they say another one opens somewhere else, or when we are met with restrictions or limitations to our actions, then that's kind of a message that you should be redirecting your energy into some other avenue, right? And so redirect those energies in an avenue where you do have power, where you do have influence, where you are able to make a difference, okay? The Three of Swords, or the Three of Voices, is the card in your obstacles area. And so, yes, here we go with swords again. Some of you are still dealing with pain. You're still dealing with maybe the pain of a separation, some trauma, perhaps. You may still be shedding tears over a loss. Possibly a loved one has gone out of your life, whether it is, perhaps through estrangement or maybe even a physical loss, someone passing on. Or again, the dissolution of a relationship, perhaps a marriage or a partnership. And a lot of you are still caught in that feeling, that painful feeling. So with the Five of Cups here and the Three of Swords, you definitely have to make a decision, Pisces, of are you ready to release yourself? You have all of these support cards, you have these progress cards, you have this chance for a new beginning or chance for a reconnection, the ability to take another look at a blessing that may be trying to manifest in your life. But with the Three of Swords as an obstacle, are you going to overcome that? Are you going to allow yourself to climb up out of that? Because there is help there. There's help from the universe. There's help from your higher guides, from angels, from your higher mind. These are blessings that are trying to come in, but are you going to allow them to? There comes a point where you have to release yourself from something that you cannot control. For some of you, the obstacle here could be, and again, with the Three of Swords, there could be three people involved in a situation. It could be a relationship that, was over because of a third party, and loss. There is a door, or someone is sitting in front of a door, crouched down with her hand and, her hands covering her head, but it's just a door sitting in a landscape, right? So the entire landscape is there, but she's sitting crouched in front of this door. All she has to do is stand up and walk around it, okay? So if a door has closed, find a way to go around it, okay? And also, many of you, if you are experiencing some kind of trauma or, that you can't get yourself out of, then seek assistance, all right? So some of you maybe need to speak with a provider or a mental health counselor, psychologist, or, a therapist to help you deal with this, because not everything, we can't always do everything by ourselves. Some of us do have some issues that we need help working through. And if that's the case, then do seek help, because that Six of Pentacles says that there is a resource available for you. Someone is available to help you with this situation, okay? Don't allow yourself to be overcome. The Ten of Emotions, Ten of Cups. Wow, that's such a significant jump from the Three of Swords to the Ten of Cups. Just amazing. But what I feel is that many of you have the opportunity for an amazing turnaround in August. Something is going to be making you happy. Now, whether that is spending time with loved ones, family, maybe family reunions. Family reunion just started playing in my head. So some of you could be reuniting with loved ones. There's maybe dancing, there's music, there's joy here. So you do have the opportunity for a renewal by the end of August. And, there could also be, tens are the end of a cycle, the end of a situation. Now, another interpretation of the Ten of Cups, which sometimes is the case, is that where the Ten of Cups talks about a home or family situation, it can refer to a situation that looks perfect from the outside, but on the inside, there are definitely flaws, right? So for the public, we're showing our public face of a, perfectly happy couple or a perfectly happy family, or everything is, we do that for, for the gram or for Facebook or whatever the case is. But deep within the situation, things are rocky. Things are not exactly what they seem. So my advice to you for August is to live your truth, Pisces, okay? Whatever your truth is, wherever you can affect things, wherever you can renew your thirst for life, you do that in whatever area of your life that there may be an opportunity for renewal, okay? So I'm going to pull one more card for you, and this is just to close out the reading. This card is going to be from the Tao Oracle deck, and this is just a message for Pisces from your higher mind, angels, the universe. What does the universe want you to know? What will help you in August? What will clarify for you in August? What will support you? What do you need to know? August or Pisces. Pisces. Let me give it one more shuffle. Pisces. Okay. All right. So you received the number 62 card. It is small is beautiful. And 62 is a number when you 6 and 2 is 8. So that is a power number. It's about structure. It's about power, money, sex. This is a very Plutonian number, the number 8. Find the extraordinary in the ordinary. Look at that. Okay? So renewing, keep it simple. Use discretion, slow down, tend to details, and pay attention. So God is in the details for you in August, Pisces. Take your time, look at what you can affect, look at the extraordinary in the ordinary. This picture definitely shows some nature scenes, so spend some time out in nature to reconnect, and pay attention to what's going on around you, to the details around you. Keep life simple. And in doing that, I think that you'll be able to rejuvenate yourself, refresh yourself, start healing from whatever that 5 of Cups, 3 of Swords energy is, and really find find hope in a situation where you have maybe been feeling powerless as we're coming into August. The potential there for fulfillment is there in August, by the end of August on some level, and it's just a matter of you making that decision to take the baby steps towards that. All right, Pisces, thank you so much. I wish you all good things, love, peace, and joy. If you like this reading, please like and share it, and please subscribe. And let's not just seek the light, but let's also be the light. Thank you. Bye-bye.